So here's my simple math program. What if I wanted to not allow negative numbers? I only wanted to allow numbers 0 and greater in this app. Well, that's going to be something that I have to do in the blocks. And first I need to detect whether they've given me numbers that are the wrong amount, and then I need to somehow alert them to that fact. So to check to see whether a number is too small or too big, I can use a comparison block right here, which I'm going to look on one side or the other. Let's say if the left box's text is less than the number 0. If the left box's text is less than number 0, that means it's negative. And if I've decided that I'm not going to allow negative numbers, then I need to do some kind of notification. I'm going to use an alert and show an alert that says no negative numbers allowed. No days off in Moixland, no negative numbers either. The way I can put those two together, well, I could put it up here. When they click the button, I need to check to see if. So if is a control. If the number is negative, then complain. I could put that up here in the add button, but I want to show you another way. There's this notion of something called focus. And focus is when the cursor goes into the box. Now we say the left box has focus. Now we say the right box has focus. And I think as soon as a box loses focus, when they move their mouse or move their cursor away from the box, is when I want to check and warn them. So I can do this thing like, let's look at the left box. If the left box lost focus, then check to see if it has a negative number in it. And if it does have a negative number in it, let's complain. So as soon as the left box, be watching down here, as soon as the left box loses focus, it says no negative numbers allowed. And I'm going to go one step further, and I'm going to actually clear out that box. So I'm going to say left box's text gets set to the empty text. Now, when I move my cursor out of that box, I had to restart my emulator because App Inventor can be crazy, but now if I put a negative number in this left box, like -7, as soon as I move my mouse or move my cursor out of it, it's not only going to warn me, but it's also going to clear that box out. So my -7 went away and it says no negative numbers allowed. Now I can still put a negative number in the right-hand box because I'm not doing any checking on it. So I can just duplicate this block and say all that stuff that we are doing for the left box, let's do the same for the right box. I want to call your attention to these triangles here. These triangles are warning me that I have two when left box lost focus duplicated. If I hover, it says this is a duplicate event handler for this component. So I just need to change this to the right box, and both of those errors go away. And anywhere in here that I referred to left box, I now need to refer to the right box. And that way, this will behave correctly. Operator less than, oh, wait, did I do it wrong? If the right box's text is less than 0, I've created my own new bug. Oh gosh, this is fascinating. So if I move my mouse cursor out and the thing is empty, then I can't. Oh man, how do I check to see if it's empty? Maybe I only want to check to see if it's not empty and it's less than 0. So I can use an AND. So if the left text, and I want to know if it's not empty. So I can do a text, and I can tell if it is empty, and I can tell if it's not empty by adding a not, which is a logic. Not. Now let's see how that works. Plug that up. If the left box's text is not empty and it's less than 0, then do this. I'm going to duplicate that and replace it with this condition down here. Can you see all that? When the right box loses focus, if the right box is not empty and the right box is less than 0, then we need to give you an alert and then clear up that box. Maybe this will work. Yeah, doesn't give me any errors, but if I put in something that's a valid number, like 4, it's okay. If I put in a -4, then it complains. No negative numbers allowed in Wixland. Cool. So in error checking one bug, we created another bug, and then we had to debug around it. So this looks like a big mess of code, but hopefully it's something you can follow. When I lose focus in the left box, same thing for the right box, I need to check if the box is not empty and it's too small, then I need to complain and clear it out. There you go.